All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. We're outside here straightway. We have a few things going on here today. The heat index is going to be over 105. I'm sure that many of you are experiencing the heat wave. Unlike some of the news sources that we're getting, where they're the driest place on earth received 36 inches of snow. We had a cruiser ship turned over in Russia where a whole bunch of children just died catastrophic deaths. But what I want to come in here and talk to you about this morning briefly here for a second is I want to try once again to try to get you to understand and see what's going on here in the time that we're living in now. Listen to me very close. See, when you understand and when you can see what's going on, then you'll have the proper tools, because having the right information will actually help you to prepare for what's coming. Now, a lot of people here in the United States of America, they're very apathetic, they're very complacent, and they just want to, act like that nothing is going to happen, everything is going to stay the same. And then they use reverse psychology and they put it back on you and they say, well, you're just too pessimistic. Well, first of all, number one, I don't have any need whatsoever at all to be pessimistic. I'm a realist. That's what that is. I'm a realist. So, but if I don't tell you these things, if we don't warn you about these things right here, then you will not have at least an avenue, a thought, a doorway open up in your mind to where you can prepare to see what's getting ready to take place here on this earth. Now, we've got NASA getting ready to shut down its space program. And of course, what I told you many moons ago, I told you that the powers that be, they're finished with this country. I don't tell you that because I want you to fearmonger and have fear in your hearts or anything. And I don't tell you how bad things are, the dollar's getting ready to collapse. I do not tell you all of this stuff because I want you to be in a fearful state, because fearful people, they're paralyzed. They won't do anything. They'll sit back on their do-nothings and then they'll end up perishing. I want you to be proactive. That's the reason why I come here and give it as information. So when you see all the industries through the outsourcing of GAFTA, CAFTA, NAFTA, and all this other stuff that came in under the Bill Clinton administration, that was a New World Order making its moves to letting you know that first we got to implement these things in stages so we can get this country gutted out. Now, if you look, just look, we have the majority of the major car industries gone, overseas, outsourced. We have the majority of the industries. We're no longer what you call a military-industrial complex nation anymore. If you notice, all the major corporations, Dell, Walmart, and you can go on and on and on and on. There used to be a time that Walmart used to be all about American when the old man Sam Walton was living. Now it's all about Wall China. It's just China Mart. And so you've got all these industries, major industries. They all are going back overseas, and we're losing jobs. Now, isn't this amazing? Because we have Timothy Geithner, who is one of the deceivers, who actually got on C-SPAN and the news networks and actually told the truth that, our financial future is very grim. It's very grim. It's dim. And it's not looking good for us whatsoever at all. Now, these are the people who have desensitized you, have tried to give you a false hope to make you think that things are going to be okay, when in all actuality, it's not going to be okay. I know that me being a preacher, and just by the mere fact I'm a pastor, that already automatically shuts many of you down. You don't even want to hear it anymore from that point on. But I understand that, when I get on here and I tell you this stuff, you have to listen to Pastor Dow for a second, because I'm different than all the rest of these preachers and teachers. I could care less about religion. I could care less about these religious preachers and teachers, especially the people who are involved in sun worship or who attend church on Sunday. I don't want to have nothing to do with them at all, because they're deceivers. And I ask you to do the research so that you can prepare yourself and your family. So we have all these industries, and we no longer have too many Americans making $30 and $40 an hour, because they're all overseas. You call up anything for customer service, what you get somebody speaking broken English that you can't even figure out what they're trying to say, and you get so frustrated you even hang up the telephone. So if you don't understand what that means when NASA's shutting down the space program, it's a sign to tell you that the powers that be, meaning the people who have the influence and the money, they're finished with this country. It's over with. It's done. Now, if you have that information, then you can properly prepare yourself for this upcoming pending economic judgment, as well as everything that is going on around us here in this world. in our time right now here in America. You know, I'm not like a lot of these people advocate flee Babylon, because Babylon is now worldwide. It's an economic system. You're not going to run to what you call a safe place here in this earth looking for safety. The only safe place that there is in the Messiah. And I know that many of you don't want to hear that, but that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. But at least you have a mind to get ready to get prepared. So what do you still need to be doing? You still, number one, need to have a relationship with the Father. Number two, you need to prepare yourself, and you need to hedge yourself against all the mess that's going on out here today. You need to still, if you can afford gold, you need to get it. You need to get silver, as well as you need to be working hard, working very hard to get out of debt. You need to free yourself from this beast system and starve it as much as possible. When you go out, buy fruits and vegetables, not from the stores that are out here. Buy it from some farmers. Go to a farmer's market and buy it from people who grow it on their own land and help support the system, because whether you like it or not, the United States of America, as I prophesied and told us 14 years ago, is going to become a third world country, and Walmart is going to become the distribution center for the New World Order. That's what I said 14 years ago. Is that right, Brother Rich?
That's right.
So, you know, since we understand this and we believe in the Most High, we've prepared ourselves. That's where the inception of Straightway comes from. That's where the understanding of Straightway comes from. It comes from reading Scripture, understanding it, and now we're implementing and we're doing it. You see, the biggest deceiver that there is one who tells you what you want to hear, and then they continue to feed you with what you want to hear, so that you are motionless. You have no action in your life whatsoever at all to prepare. Your best friend in life is one that will rebuke you, one that will reprove you, and one that will correct you, not one that will tell you what you want to hear or afraid to hurt your feelings, your sorry feelings, and your sorry emotions. So that's the reason why I come on here to talk to us a clear voice with clarity. Because, hey, I see that right now it seems like it's so quiet, but it is always quiet before a storm. It always is quiet before a storm. So they're finished with this country, and when you have that understanding, you can begin to prepare. I hope that many of you are really, truly getting a bumper crop in your garden. You're doing some canning. You're still buying food. Remember, let's get back on this. And also, you need to continue to keep storing food, regardless, because it's not going to happen. We're only one catastrophe away here in America right now from a disaster. Can you imagine a major highway gets shut down in this country? What would happen when all these trucks stop running to these stores? That's the reason why we talk about survival. That's the reason why we talk about preparedness. That's the reason why myself and Pastor Joe Fox, we get on there and we make these videos and stuff, because we're trying to help you prepare, not for if the whole Gestapo, communist, New World Order is going to come down and take your whole livelihood and stuff, to prepare for in and out of everything. But to do that, you have to be armed. Your mind has to be armed with knowledge, and you have to be armed with truth. And when you get this information, it is there to help you to take the next steps, the proper steps. So look at exactly what's going on. Do not trust in people who do a lot of talking, but their footprint and their footstep, their signature does not line up with what's coming out of their mouth. They are deceivers and anti-Messiahs or anti-Christ. Pay attention to those who are not only hearing, but they are doers, because this thing is going to shut down. I hope I've been able to say something here this morning to help encourage your hearts, to give you some direction, and to help you prepare for this upcoming economic collapse. I bless each and every last one of you. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful day. We're getting back to work. It's very hot here. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here at Straightway. So we're going to be getting at it, and I hope you get prepared to yourself. You just heard the truth, and that is the truth. Straightway.